Hey there and welcome to this video. I'm Oscar Saravia, joined by Cameron Forehand. Every 4 years, the world stops, nations come together, legends are born. This year, the United States, Mexico, and Canada host the biggest sporting event in the world, the World Cup. And we're here to talk about World Cup anthems with Cameron. Cam, how are you?
I'm doing good, dude. I'm not gonna lie. This is right up my alley. So I'm very excited about this.
Nice jersey you're wearing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's actually not mine, but I'm happy to be repping the U.S. because well, I live here and I hope that they win.
Excited about the World Cup? It's coming up.
Yeah, you know it's crazy. It feels like time is just. I mean, maybe it's just as you get older, it goes faster and faster. But I feel like the last one was just a couple years ago, but it was 4 whole years ago. That's wild, man. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's really cool. It's gonna be here. You know, we haven't had that, so. Okay.
You going to any game or have any plans?
Yeah, I'm planning on going to at least a couple events to like watch the game, not obviously at the stadiums, but to be able to be with a lot of people and have a good atmosphere. So, yeah. What about you? You doing anything?
Definitely try to go to like a fan fest or something.
Yeah.
In Dallas or somewhere else.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good experience.
Yeah. Well, obviously, you're from El Salvador, and they, unfortunately aren't in there. So who are you going to be backing? Who's kind of your team you're going to be going for?
I'm going to go with my guys from England.
Oh, very nice.
You know, being a Premier League fan, I got to go with them. It's the guys that I watch every single week. So,
yeah.
But yeah, we are officially in World Cup mode, and here are some of the songs we picked and we'll be rating and discussing. So let's look at them.
This time for Africa. Samina, mina, eh, eh, waka, waka, eh, eh.
Here we go, ale, 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 go, go. Put your flags up in the sky, And we'll say, Notti magiche, inseguendo God. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag.
So, all right, let's jump into this one first. Waka Waka. This one's a heavy hitter to get us started. Any initial thoughts?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. For me, this is a crazy one to start with because it might be number one for me, but we'll get into that later. I just think that this is when I think about the World Cup personally, this is the song that I go to. It's the one that immediately pops into my head. Before we even started filming this, I was just singing it over and over again. I couldn't stop once I heard it. So, yeah, those are some of my initial thoughts.
Was South Africa 2010 your first World Cup?
So it was actually, for me personally, yes, it would have been the first one that I like really, really was into. And I'd kind of just started playing soccer. And actually at the time, I didn't get to go, obviously, because I was too young. But the soccer team I was a part of the coach organized a trip, and a lot of them went. And so when they came back, I just remember hearing about how insane it was and seeing videos and stuff. And so that just really cemented for me basically just how amazing the World Cup is.
So the fact that it was your first ever World Cup, do you think that's why this is probably one of your favorite songs, the nostalgia?
For me, absolutely. I mean, I think it hits on both, but I think that, the nostalgia, like I said, for me, when I think of those iconic moments and players, like this era and this time really was just the best. And yeah, for me, I mean, that's really when I started to fall in love with soccer. And so this song is just sort of the soundtrack for me. But I also think apart from that, I mean, I also listen to a lot of music. You know, I like music as well. And so I think it's, of this list, one of the most listenable, even just outside of the context of the World Cup. I think a lot of people, if you ask people who didn't care about the World Cup or soccer at all, this is a song that they might actually know.
Yeah. I agree with Waka Waka. The first World Cup I actually saw was 2006 in Germany, but the first World Cup that I really understood and paid a lot of attention to was South Africa 2010. And of course, Waka Waka, you would hear it everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And the vibes, I think also from this list, which we'll get into, I think it's the only sort of like African themed song. And so I don't listen to a lot of that, I think. And so for just the sounds and the way that and Shakira made the song and whoever else worked on it, like it just really embodied, I guess, what that World Cup was all about. So just some amazing stuff there.
The music video is just great, isn't it? I don't know if you've watched it.
Oh, it's amazing. The dancing, the different cultures and vibes, and it's so good.
The Jabulani.
Oh, don't get me started. Do we have this one back here? Oh, no, we don't.
So for South Africa 2010, Waka Waka by Shakira. give me your verdict, final thoughts, and your rating.
Like I said, I mean, when you first even introed the song, this is way up there for me. Like I said, it just embodies everything about that World Cup, and I just think the vibes are immaculate. So it's probably for me going to be a solid 8.5 out of 10, maybe. I'll leave a little bit of room, but yeah.
Personally, and I might be a little controversial here.
Okay, careful.
It's not my favorite World Cup song ever.
Okay.
I love the song though. I love the 2010 World Cup. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7.5.
Okay, I'll take that. I mean, it's, you know, everybody has different interests in music and stuff, so I'll give you a little space there. Yeah, but it's the fact that both of us are in that range. I mean, shows it's a pretty well loved song.
Yeah, it's a really good song. We're gonna go to number 2, "The Cup of Life" from France, 1998, and this one was by Ricky Martin. Were you born for this one? I know we share the same birth. I know we share the same birthday, but yeah. I don't think we share the same year.
I would have been alive for this because I was born right at the beginning of '98, but obviously I wouldn't have been watching this as a not even 1-year-old. So yeah.
You were talking to me earlier before the video saying that you loved the song. Is this the best kind of like stadium anthem on this list?
Stadium anthem, I genuinely do think so.
Yeah.
I had not heard the song before we were doing preparation for this video, or maybe I had, but I didn't remember it at least. I think, yeah, maybe out of all of these actually, because Waka Waka doesn't really get you, I think, like hyped as a player or before the game or something like that. It's just a really good vibes, and like when you're watching, it's good. But this, something about this one has like that stadium sort of anthem. Like if you had paid money and gone to the World Cup at this time and you're in the stadium supporting your team and this song came on, yeah, the energy would have been insane. So
I'm kind of curious if the chorus of the song, when it says ole ole ola, I think I've heard that in stadiums recently. Like there's some chants, especially in Premier League, you hear some chants. So I wonder if that comes from this song.
Yeah, someone who I guess is more tapped in and was there and probably heard the song a little bit more, maybe knows, but you might be right. I mean, as soon as you hear it, you just want to almost chant along with it. I mean, the when he's saying go, go, go at the beginning in Ole, like, yeah.
Multiple like publications online have ranked this song as probably the best World Cup anthem of all time. But leaving the nostalgia from like the 90s and everything aside and focusing purely on the music side, you think it's the best?
So I think the key word in there is anthem, because this really does embody what an anthem is really, and just this.
I agree.
You can hear it in the stadium. You want to. It makes you feel like you're a part of something like much bigger. Where again, Waka Waka, fantastic vibes, but you could kind of hear it, you know, just out shopping somewhere or something. But this is like built for sports and stadiums and stuff like that. So, yeah, I might agree with whoever wrote, you know, those pieces that it could be the number one anthem. I think it might be. So
verdict and final rating.
So like I said, I hadn't heard this one. It really took me by surprise. So whereas the previous song, you know, it immediately struck a chord with me. I don't have the emotional, tie to this one. But I think if that song was similar vibe for this upcoming World Cup, I would be incredibly excited. So rating, I'm probably, because of the anthem feel of it, I want to put it kind of high as well, but it's not going to be the same for me as Waka Waka. So I think I'm probably going to go with a solid, 6.5 for me, I think. Okay. I think 6.5 is probably fair. What about you?
That's fair. I think we agree on that.
Okay, 6.5 as well?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 6.5, actually. I was considering giving it a 7, but if I gave Waka Waka a 7.5, I was like, I cannot give this song a 7 or a higher rating. Yeah. Just because for me, Waka Waka is like a really good song too. And I'd rather have Waka Waka than this one. Yeah. So we're going to agree on this one for a 6.5.
Great, 6.5. Yep.
Song number 3, We Are One by Pitbull, J-Lo, and Claudia Leite for Brazil 2014. Mm-hmm. Personally, I absolutely loved this song. But it seems that it seems that it didn't have the same cultural impact globally,
Well, yeah.
chart dominance, and there were actually a lot of critiques for this one. What do you think? Because when I said that I love this song, I saw your reaction there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie here. When I read the title of the song, I couldn't even remember really what it sounded like. And at this time, I would have really been invested in this World Cup. So that immediately tells me something didn't click with me for this song specifically. And listen, Pitbull, he's that guy when it comes to songwriting. I mean, pretty much everything he puts out, they don't all get to number one, but they get up there. He's been involved in a ton of stuff. And so I kind of was surprised when I re-listened to it and it just didn't do it for me. But I'm curious. You seem to really like this one, so.
I don't know if it was the song or if it was the whole World Cup. By 2014, my general knowledge about soccer, about the game,
Getting a little
had
older.
grown.
Yeah.
So I kind of like knew exactly what everything was,
Mm-hmm.
but also just like the vibes, Brazil,
Yeah.
Messi and Argentina reaching the final.
Yeah, dude. The some of the players in this era were just. I think maybe I'm wrong. I think like Arjen Robben was this one where the big flop in the against Mexico,
I think so,
and I
yeah,
think this is
yeah.
2014, and there were just.
It wasn't a penalty, by the way.
Yeah. It feels like the amount of like quality players at that time was just. We were really getting some prime footy at that time. So, but that makes sense that the song resonates because you were so invested at that time, and
I was gonna say it was the prime time for the players that are now retiring.
Mhm.
So for us, it's like very nostalgic, like going back and be like, oh man, you remember Robin actually?
I know, man.
Things like that.
Ugh.
But going back to the song, does it feel, in your opinion, like a World Cup anthem, or do you feel like the song is more like a generic pop song?
Well, it kind of, for me, it doesn't really hit either one that well.
Really?
So going back to Waka Waka, which is sort of the blueprint for me, it is sort of a pop song, but it's such a good pop song that you could hear just out in public and just think this is a really good song. The Ricky Martin, the previous song, like the anthem level is just insane. So when we come to this one, I just don't feel like it did either one particularly well, in my opinion. But
I think it's an underrated song.
it's not a bad song by any means. I just don't. It doesn't connect with me like the other ones, I think.
Yeah, I feel like this song really does do it for me. I don't know if I'll have it in my top when we're done with our ratings, but
So
I love the song.
So but you would say it's pretty underrated.
I would say it's pretty underrated, 100%. Yeah.
Well then, given that, what do you think you would give the rating then? I want to hear yours first.
I'd give it an 8. I put it above Waka Waka actually.
This is truly shocking to me. This is truly. Are you just doing this for the camera right now?
No. I'm being like super honest with you.
Okay. Because we're pretty much the same age, same era. I really. Wow. Okay.
If I'm honest with you, I even listen to it very often.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry I was being so insulting to it earlier.
Now we're
Again,
gonna go,
to each their own. Like I said, it just didn't connect with me. I think. I mean, I shared all my thoughts on it. I think rating wise, it's probably for me going to sit at a. I'm wavering between like a 5.5 and a 6. Wow. That might be a little. I'll just go 6. Solid 6 for me.
We're gonna move to song number 4, and this is Un'estate Italiana, but in the English version, it's called To Be Number One, and this is from Italy, 1990. I know for a fact that we weren't born.
Yeah.
When this World Cup happened and when this song came out.
Yeah.
But a lot of people actually that saw the 90s and like saw the World Cup and heard the song actually rate and rank this song pretty highly.
Really?
I don't know if it's because, I mean, the 90s, we're talking all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hadn't even heard the song, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't either, obviously. I mean, maybe at some point in a World Cup compilation video or something like that, it got played, but it didn't necessarily stand out. But in, researching for this video and listening to these songs, it's pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
I mean, yeah, you can tell me how you feel about it. I don't think it's as good as the later 90s, like the 98 Cup. I think that, again, Ricky Martin was doing something crazy with that. But what I will say about this one is the Italian sort of vibe and aesthetic it's strong, dude. It's really strong. And I think that it's not going to be a song that I will like go back to and listen to or whatever. But if I put myself, at that time, if I were to hear this song at that time, I can understand why people would write about it as really special. I think, and this is just a product of us being of a little bit younger generation. I'm sure if I talked to people in my life who are a little bit older than me, they would probably say that the song really hit at that time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what are your thoughts on it?
I'm gonna stick with what you said at the end. I would have to talk to people that actually saw that World Cup and listened to the song. I might ask my dad after this video what he thinks. But I agree. It has like a strong connection to Italy, Italian football in general, which we know it's a really rough type of football.
Yeah.
It's a cool song and everything, but does it lack hype?
Yeah, I do not think it yeah, you're 100% right. I don't think it's going to be played and everyone's blood pressure is going to start rising. Everyone's going to get, hearts are going to start to race. It's, again, a great vibe. And, I'm sure it did a good job at that World Cup. But, yeah, no, it definitely lacks a little bit of I think.
Give me your verdict, final thoughts, and rating for this one.
Yeah, final thoughts. Again, I think it's something that's so great about these World Cup songs in general is that, like, they do all have sort of a World Cup vibe. And I know that kind of sounds generic or ridiculous, but like you would hear it and you would be able to tell this is probably being for some tournament or some event. And so I do think that it's a special song in that way, but for me, doesn't hit too hard. So I'll probably put it at we'll go 5.5, I think. What about you?
We agree again.
And really?
Yeah.
We need to start saying these at the same time so I know you're not just copying me over here or something.
All right, for our fifth and final song, we go back to South Africa 2010. Some might call us nostalgia merchants.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
You know what? I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
And we're going to rate and discuss Waving Flag by Kenan. I know, we already did Waka Waka from 2010, but I just feel this World Cup had two amazing tracks. What do you think, Cam?
I mean, this World Cup, we were just blessed in every way.
In everything.
Way. We just went through a couple of World Cup songs where they were fine, but that was like the main song. In this World Cup, we got two absolute bangers. I don't know how we're going to even try and compare these two and, maybe pick a winner between the two. The same exact arguments that I would make for Waka Waka, you can make for Waving Flag.
Yeah.
The vibes are just immaculate. The lyrics are positive. They're uplifting. It just feels, you can just imagine just different cultures and people coming together around like this sport, man. It's just beautiful, beautiful.
Why do you think it hits so hard emotionally?
I don't know, and this is why I honestly wish we could have maybe a guest on here that's just a little bit older to see is it just because this was the prime of our youth and watching soccer, and this is probably when the best I ever got at soccer was around this. That's not true. I'm still getting better every day. I just think that life was so pure maybe at that time and at that age for us, and I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I think the game at that stage, it was just like in full flow,
Mm-hmm.
I ask you, like, why does it hit so hard emotionally? Because in my opinion, like when I hear the song, the first thing that comes to my mind is the first goal.
The goal
From Shabalala from South Africa back in 2010.
That set the tone,
screamer,
man.
Dude.
Unbelievable. I think, too, because of the age we were at, I mean, maybe you had social media, or maybe I did at that time. I don't really remember, but it felt like you just really lived in those moments more so than you do
100%.
now. When something happened, it was just like ingrained into your brain. You didn't immediately look at your phone and everything going on. Yeah, exactly. It lived in that moment with whoever you were watching with, and then, maybe down the years you can go back and watch these goals and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff.
All right. Final thoughts and rating for Waving Flag.
So I think I gave Waka Waka an 8.5, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
So I'm going to give Waving Flag an 8 because I don't want to stand, I don't want to stay on the fence. I want to pick a side. I think for me, I'm going to rate it a little bit lower than Waka Waka. So yeah, Waving Flag for me, it's going to go to an 8.
That's fair. And we are not going to agree on this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 9.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's fine. I mean,
it's going to be my winner.
Yeah. It's on every. I mean, if you're gonna go play, kick the ball around with your friends, it's gonna be on every playlist.
Yeah, for sure.
It's too good.
Well, so after all that, Cameron and I have come up with our final verdicts, and we have decided that our winners are... Cameron, your winner?
My winner is Waka Waka. I just think that out of all these songs listed, and there's some other good World Cup songs out there. Obviously, this list we picked some really strong ones, but as soon as I read the list of songs, I knew it was going to be at the top for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, what about you?
And I don't blame you, honestly. It's a great song.
Yeah.
My winner is going to be Waving Flag. Both songs from South Africa 2010.
Wow.
So I guess we agree on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We agree on, for sure. I mean, at least we're in the same, like that World Cup had the best songs. But I do want to give a quick shout out to Ricky Martin because I was not familiar with his game when it came to, obviously I know he's, an amazing artist, but this song was fantastic.
Yeah.
And will be going in my playlist, so.
Well, that's going to conclude this video. We want to know if you guys think we got it right, because if we didn't, we want to see your comments. And we would appreciate as well if you would subscribe, like, and share, and like this video, of course. Cam, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. This is an absolute dream. Obviously, we're both huge soccer or football fans, and so getting to come on here and talk a little bit about songs that mean a lot to what we enjoy, and really enjoyed it. Thanks for having me.
Again, thanks for everyone for watching, and enjoy your World Cup, and we'll see you guys in the next one.